I don't think it's any secret, if you will, that I've been a fan, of course, of MLP, FIM, and lately been very supportive of MLP G5, which is either looked at as MYM or TYT. That being Make Your Mark or Tell Your Tale. And I can say this without a shadow of a doubt that, for a lot of us that were always wondering, okay, when are we going to see more Generation 4 again? Like, when are we going to see more My Little Pony, from that extent? And I think that's where YouTube has our back. And I'm not just talking content creators like myself or anybody else that will upload all of the seasons, throughout the years, even merging the multi-parters together. But I'm also talking officially the official MLP YouTube channels. Like the main one called My Little Pony, My Little Pony Official, has basically a lot of pony content on there, of course, from Friendship is Magic to Equestria Girls to Make Your Mark, clips on Make Your Mark, that is. And, of course, mini-sodes and now lately full 22 plus minute episodes of Tell Your Tale. So they do have them. They do have them there. But what's interesting with, let's say, Friendship is Magic is they have a playlist because, of course, one of the My Little Pony YouTube channels out there is the Friendship is Magic official YouTube channel, which has, not just clips and, little snippets here and there, but also has full episodes. And sometimes they even combine the episodes together. Like recently, they combined about 6 days ago, they combined the season 8 finale, School Raise, into a 45-minute mini movie, if you will. And I thought that was a cool idea because I now see that we fans are not the only ones that will do that to get the whole context of the story in one go. So that's kind of nice to see them do that. And it also shows that they are not only uploading episodes from the first 4 seasons, like Netflix has the first 4 seasons, but they're also uploading episodes from the other seasons that followed, 5 to 9. And that's good to see. Now, like I said, of course, other fans out there have been doing this as well for years. The only problem with that is, 1, they can't monetize, unfortunately. And 2, they can't have any comments because, their uploads will be automatically targeted as for kids. I mean, as a matter of fact, when you go to the My Little Pony official YouTube page and you look at some of the Tell Your Tale minisodes that they have, including the recent 22-minute one called the Bullywalks, I think that's what it's called, the Bullywalks, it's all listed as, children cartoon, a cartoon for children. And I think what Hasbro needs to understand and YouTube needs to understand significantly, I think what they need to realize is, MLP is not just for little kids anymore. It has gotten to a point that even with Generation 5, it has created such an impact that you have grown fans like myself, men and women, in the 40s, the 30s, the 20s, the 50s, believe it or not, that actually like what they see. They like the stories. And I'm just checking my computer here. It's been doing a little bit of a load. Like it's doing updates in the background, apparently, and they're not giving us notification of when that's happening. But anyway, like I said, you have fans like myself and, like I said, fans that are a little older and younger that, enjoy it because of the impact it has and are very supportive of, basically not just the OG, if you will, Friendship is Magic, but also because of G5. I mean, when I look at a character like, let's say, Misty, I look at her basically being like the new Sunset Shimmer, Starlight Glimmer, if you will, of the group, to where she is becoming very popular in her own right. I mean, yes, you have Izzy and you have Sunny, but it seems that Misty, now along with Izzy, are basically becoming focal points, of the show, but also the fact that I think the reason for that is because Hasbro understands, and the creators behind Tell Your Tale and even Make Your Mark understand that not only are they very popular, with fans, but also by by doing this for them, by putting them in these focal points of the story, it's Hasbro's own way of saying, hey, we hear you, we hear you, and here you go. And it's not just Hasbro, like I said, it's also the curators behind the show. So I like the idea that Hasbro is, through YouTube and through the people that create their shows, at least listening to the fans and giving the fans what they want. And obviously with the official YouTube pages for Friendship is Magic, for Tell Your Tale, and Equestria Girls and all that, at least they're hearing the fans out and being like, hey, we know you want more pony content. We know you want to watch episodes that you can't find on Netflix anymore or even Hulu, and you don't want to buy and all that. So here you go. We're going to give it to you for free, even though it takes time. But seeing them do something like, let's say, School Raise, and, like I said, putting those two together, as that two-parter, I should say, together as a mini-sode, mini movie, I should say, I think it's a really neat move on their part. I really appreciate that as a fan. I mean, here's the thing. When I heard that Hasbro Pulse, which is another Hasbro YouTube channel, was going to start uploading all the seasons, all 4 seasons, actually, all 4 seasons, I should say, of Transformers G1 for everybody to enjoy, I thought that was a great move. I mean, yeah, you could find G1 on Tubin TV and other outlets, but to have it on YouTube all in one area, categorized, I thought was really cool, because at least it shows they're listening to the fans and everything, and they're giving the fans what they want. They want like one outlet, outside of, like, say, the ad-supported and non-ad-supported streaming services. They want to have one outlet to find all these episodes. And that's obviously taking that and applying that to Friendship is Magic, and to an extent Tell Your Tale, but mostly Friendship is Magic, because it hasn't been that long. I mean, yes, it's going to be 5 years, believe it or not, this October, since the show ended officially. So it definitely shows you that, within that time frame, they're basically giving back to the fans. They're saying, hey, you want to relive some of the best episodes, some of the mini movies, two-part mini-series finales or series premieres. Well, here you go. We're going to put them all together for you. And I think that's great. Sometimes sometimes they will separate the two-parters into own individual episodes. But then, like I said, most times, like I saw with School Race, they'll combine them into a mini-movie, which is cool. And if you're a fan of Equestria Girl stuff, they do have that as well. They have the shorts and the specials, well, some of the specials, but they also have back-to-back the 4 movies. They have Rainbow Rocks and Equestria Girls, the first one, and then the Canterlot Games and Legend of Everfree. They have those back-to-back, so I think that's kind of a cool move on their part to do that as well, put it all in one place. But yeah, I think this is a fun opportunity that they have taken to give back to the fans. And again, just seeing, like, let's say School Race being put into that position as a mini movie, I think that's just the beginning of what we're going to see. And I'm not going to be surprised if we get the season 9 finale in 3 parts eventually before this year's out. But that's just my thoughts on it. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys. And until then, I'm out.